Hi, it's Indira from Indie Arts Creations. Thanks for joining me again. So tonight I'm going to just do a quick piece with some leftover paints. It's the metallics that I used with this painting right here, and I used a white negative space. So, and I did a open cut with this. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to use a funnel as the technique, and we're going to use a black negative space. Sometimes when I have paints, I like to see the differences with the colors when you have white versus black for your negative space. So as you see, I'm pouring on the black. Almost forgot the torch in case we need it. So again, I'm going to be using a funnel. I'm hoping I have enough paint. That's why I didn't go for a 10 by 10. I didn't think that it was that much paint, but I thought it would be enough for this. Because with a funnel, you don't necessarily need to have the paint all over. You can just kind of pour it through the funnel and kind of spread it around the canvas the way that you see fit. So as you see, I'm just spreading, excuse me, the black on. I'm gonna do a little more. I don't really like to use a lot of extra, but if we do, that's okay. We do still have the sides to contend with. And there are some air bubbles, so I will use the torch to try to get some of those out. At the same time, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get the sides as much as possible. Even if I don't get all of the edges, if I can get the sides, that'd be good. I like to try to have the negative space as smooth as possible and as even as possible. Is definitely not necessary per se, but I just feel like the even is that you can get it is always a good thing. I think it dries faster than as much as you can get it as even as possible. I think that cut down on some of the drying time. And don't forget, there's a difference between drying and curing, right? Because when a canvas seems dry to the surface, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is fully dry or what they call cured. And so that's important to know because when you varnish your painting, you definitely need it to be dried and fully cured before you can varnish. And varnishing, I feel, is a personal preference on some levels, but then again, you want to varnish your paintings to preserve the life of them and to protect them against sun and dirt, lint and everything. You don't want those things to like seep into the crevices. So that looks good. It's fully covered. Again, I'm going to try to get a couple of air bubbles out. I don't know, my torch doesn't want to work, I guess. Well, like I put butane and I'm not sure, so the torch didn't work. Oh well, not the end of the world. Okay, so again, I'm not sure if I have enough paint, but I have some standby. So these are the metallics that I used the other day. And if I have to use more paint, I will just use like some gold and silver metallics that I already had. Oh, seemed a little lumpy there. And I forgot when I was picking this up the other day, there was actually a pin Not sure if it's going to pour out. So this to me definitely seems like enough paint, if not too much. It's funny, the pen is right there somewhere. Um, so I definitely could have did this on a bigger canvas, and I'm going to stop there because when I go to I think I'm going to just try something. So I'm going to try to, what Molly likes to say is wreck it. So I'm just going to try to make some designs because on the surface it looks kind of boring. So when I go to spread it, I'm hoping some of these designs that I'm making will make it look a little better. And art is what you make it. There's times where I think I don't like something and then I show people and they love it. So it's definitely always a personal preference. So I think that should look cool. All right, so let's tilt and see what we get. I kind of like the fact that I did that because then we have these little teeny pockets of black, which is nice because then that allows us to see. I'm going to turn this around. I'm trying to always be conscious of making sure that you all can see versus me seeing. I need to see to a degree, but I want you all to be able to see it more so than myself on the angle that I'm on. And sometimes it's definitely okay, like if you leave like a little bit of black, like how it's black up there, I don't mind that staying like that. Sometimes I'm just looking for different patterns. Sorry. And so I think that I will let that kind of stay if it does. I'm not going to force it or anything. I'm saying because if my hands or my gloves are black, then I just made the bottom of the canvas black. So what I'll do is I will go around the edges and tighten these up, and then I will come back for a close-up. Hello, so I'm back for the close-up, and I'm starting in the left-hand corner. So we see we have a lot of green is our base color now that has taken over, and some pinks and reds. I'm moving down. I like the way that the little black is there from when I did like our little wreck. There's some cells, but not many. We're nearing the left hand corner, so we're going to move over towards the right. So we have like some waviness going on, I guess would be a good way to describe it. So here's the right corner. Again, we see pink, green, black, and the top is going to have the most red that we see in this piece, ending with a little black corner. So I will take you out now so that you can see the whole painting. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments, suggestions, where you think it went right, where you don't like it so much. That's okay. It's constructive criticism. I appreciate your time and I appreciate your support. Thank you. Until we meet again. Cheers to painting.